As you sit around the table with your siblings in old age, sharing a meal, laughter, and memories, you may suddenly realize something. Time has changed everything. The faces you once knew so well now carry wrinkles of wisdom, and the conversations are filled with both nostalgia and unspoken truths. But beyond the laughter, there are 5 deep realizations that hit you. Some heartwarming, some bittersweet. What are they? Stay with me as we uncover the 5 truths you will come to understand when visiting your siblings in old age. First truth. 1. Time has changed everyone. The moment you step into your siblings' home for a long-awaited visit, something feels different. The house might still have familiar decorations, and their laughter may sound the same. But as you sit down together, you realize that the people you once knew so well are no longer the same. The brother who once ran barefoot through the fields with you now moves slowly, carefully measuring each step. The sister who used to share whispered secrets under the covers now carries the weight of years in her tired eyes. Life has shaped each of you in different ways. Through joys, hardships, and silent battles no one else fully understands. As you eat together, you hear stories of struggles you weren't there to witness. Illnesses fought in silence, financial burdens carried alone, personal losses endured without your comfort. The sibling who was once quick to joke now speaks with a quiet wisdom, and the one who used to be full of ambition may have learned to find peace in simplicity. Childhood memories remain unchanged, frozen in time like old photographs, but the present reveals a sobering truth. Time has transformed you all. You are no longer the children who once played together without a care in the world. Now, each of you carries your own scars, shaped by experiences that have taken you down different paths. Yet, despite all these changes, one thing remains: the bond of family. Though life may have altered who you are, the shared history between you cannot be erased. And as you sit there, reminiscing about the past, you realize that no matter how much time has changed everyone, the love and connection you share still linger beneath the surface, waiting to be rekindled. Second truth. 2. Old resentment never ends. As the meal continues, laughter fills the room, but beneath the warmth of nostalgia, an unspoken tension lingers. The past, though buried under years of separation and aging, has not truly disappeared. You notice it in the subtle remarks, the way one sibling avoids another's gaze, or the slight change in tone when certain topics arise. It starts with an innocent comment. Perhaps someone recalls a childhood moment, who got more attention from the parents, who was always the favorite, who left home first and never looked back. At first it seems harmless, just another old story being retold. But then, you sense the bitterness woven into the words. A casual remark about past struggles turns into a reminder of wounds never healed. You realize that the conflicts of youth have merely aged with you. The rivalry that once existed over toys or parental approval has evolved into deeper grievances. Who sacrificed more, who took on greater responsibilities, who failed to show up when it mattered most. The resentment may not always be spoken outright, but it's there, lingering in the pauses between words, in the sighs that go unnoticed by some, but are deeply felt by others. One sibling may have held on to anger for years, never truly forgiving a betrayal or a moment of neglect. Another may have moved on, believing the past should be left behind, but is suddenly reminded that not everyone has let go. Some grievances may be small, others profound, but they all have one thing in common: time alone has not erased them. As you sit there, watching these old wounds resurface, you wonder, why do some things never heal, even after decades? Perhaps it's because family bonds are the deepest, and when they are strained, the scars remain. Or maybe it's because, despite everything, a part of each sibling still longs to be understood, acknowledged, and reconciled. In that moment, you realize a painful truth. Some resentments never truly end. They only fade into the background until a word, a look, or a memory brings them back to the surface. And as the meal goes on, you find yourself faced with a choice: let the past continue to divide, or make peace before time runs out. Third truth. The bond of family is priceless. Despite the lingering tensions, there comes a moment during the meal when something shifts. Perhaps it's a shared joke that sparks uncontrollable laughter, or an old story that pulls everyone back to simpler times. For a brief moment, the weight of the past disappears, and all that remains is the undeniable truth. You are family. You look around the table and see the same faces you've known your entire life, now aged and weathered by time. These are the people who were there from the beginning, the ones who knew you before the world shaped you, before life pulled you in different directions. No matter how much time has changed everyone, no matter the conflicts that have come and gone, the bond remains. As the meal continues, memories resurface. Someone recalls the mischievous adventures of childhood, sneaking out late at night, getting caught in the rain, or the time you all worked together to cover up a broken household item before your parents found out. Another sibling brings up the tough times, the losses, the struggles, the moments when only family stood by each other's side. It's then that you realize something profound. The arguments, the misunderstandings, even the deep-seated resentments, they all pale in comparison to the connection you share. You may have chosen different paths in life, but nothing can replace the bond of growing up together, of knowing each other in ways no one else ever will. There's a comfort in this gathering, in sitting together once again, even if only for a short while. The world outside may be uncertain, and time may be slipping away, but right now, in this moment, family is everything. And as you watch your siblings talk and laugh, you silently wish that moments like these could last forever. Because in the end, when everything else fades, what truly matters is not wealth, success, or pride. It's the love, the history, and the unbreakable bond of family. Fourth truth. 4. Material success matters less. As the meal continues, the conversation shifts from the past to the present: jobs, houses, accomplishments, and struggles. Some siblings may have achieved great financial success, while others may have lived simpler, quieter lives. But as you sit together, you realize something surprising. None of it truly matters anymore. In your younger years, success might have been measured by career achievements, bank balances, or the size of one's home. There may have been a time when family gatherings felt like subtle competitions: who had the best job, who traveled the most, who provided the most for their children. But now, as you all sit together in old age, those concerns seem distant, almost trivial. No one talks about promotions or expensive possessions. Instead, the conversation is about health, memories, and time, things that money can't buy. The sibling who once chased wealth now values peace more than prosperity. The one who once worried about status now finds joy in the little things: spending time with grandchildren, taking morning walks, or simply waking up without pain. You look at each other and realize that the race for material success has lost its urgency. Money, after all, can provide comfort, but it cannot stop time, restore lost moments, or replace the warmth of a loving family. As you share another bite of food, you see it clearly. What matters most now isn't what you've accumulated, but who you've become. And in this moment, sitting among the people who have known you since childhood, you understand that life's greatest treasures aren't found in bank accounts or possessions, but in the love, laughter, and memories that remain when everything else fades away. Fifth truth. 5. Time is short, and every moment counts. As the meal winds down, a silence settles over the table. The plates are nearly empty, and the laughter has softened into quiet conversations. You glance around and see something that was easy to ignore before. Everyone has aged. The sibling who was once full of energy now moves a little slower. The one who used to tell the loudest jokes now listens more than they speak. Time has taken its toll on all of you. A thought crosses your mind: how many more of these gatherings will there be? No one says it aloud, but deep down, everyone feels it. The reality of aging, the uncertainty of how much time is left. There were years when work, distance, or pride kept you apart, but now you wish you had gathered more often. You wish you had made that extra phone call, taken that extra trip, or said "I love you" a little more. Suddenly, old arguments seem meaningless. What's the point of holding on to past resentments when time is running out? The petty disagreements, the pride, the distance, it all feels small compared to the fact that you're still here, together. Someone shares a heartfelt memory, and for a moment you all sit in quiet reflection. It becomes clear. These moments, these shared meals, these conversations are precious. They may not come again. So, as you prepare to leave, you make a decision. You will not wait for another year, another holiday, or another excuse. You will cherish every opportunity to be together. Because in the end, when time slips away, all that will remain are the moments you made count. And as you embrace your siblings one last time before heading home, you silently hope that there will be more meals, more laughter, more love, before time takes its final turn. Conclusion: cherish the time you have. As you walk away from the gathering, a deep realization settles within you. This meal was more than just food on a table. It was a mirror reflecting the journey of life, the changes time has brought, and the truths that cannot be ignored. You've seen how time has changed everyone, shaping each sibling into someone different from the child you once knew. Life has taken you all in separate directions, but the bond of shared history remains. You've been reminded that old resentment never truly fades. The past lingers in unspoken words and unresolved tensions, proving that time alone doesn't heal wounds. Only love, understanding, and forgiveness can. Yet, despite the differences and past hurts, you've also realized that the bond of family is priceless. No matter the conflicts or distance, the connection between siblings is one of life's most enduring treasures. In the end, it is not about who was right or wrong, but about cherishing the moments spent together. You've discovered that material success means little in the grand scheme of life. In youth, careers, achievements, and wealth seemed important, but in old age, none of it compares to the warmth of companionship, the joy of shared memories, and the presence of those who knew you before the world changed you. And perhaps the most sobering truth of all, you now understand that time is short, and every moment counts. Every gathering could be the last. The regrets of missed opportunities and unspoken words serve as a powerful reminder to cherish the present while you still can. So, as you step away from this meal, let these truths guide you. Don't wait for another holiday, another excuse, or another tomorrow that may never come. Pick up the phone, plan that visit, let go of old grudges, and make every moment with your loved ones meaningful. Because in the end, when all else fades, what will truly matter is not how much you owned, how much you achieved, or how long you lived, but how well you loved, how often you forgave, and how deeply you cherished the time you had with the ones who shared your journey from the very beginning.